It was just another cold morning in Hanover Park, Illinois, the kind where the frost hangs heavy on windshields and the world feels quiet before the day begins. Officer Miguel Ramirez poured himself a cup of coffee, the same way he had for nearly 10 years before heading to work. He'd serve his community with pride, directing traffic after storms, breaking up late-night fights outside bars, helping lost kids find their parents at the summer fair. To his neighbors, Miguel wasn't just a cop. He was family. But that morning, as he reached for his badge, he noticed something strange outside. 3 unmarked SUVs had pulled up in front of his house. Within seconds, armed men in tactical vests surrounded his front door. Miguel barely had time to react before one of them shouted, "Federal agents! Open the door!" When he did, he found himself face to face with the same kind of authority he'd spent his life defending. Only this time, he was on the wrong side of the law. The agents were from ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and without explanation, they placed Officer Miguel Ramirez under arrest. Neighbors stepped outside, shocked to see the familiar face of their local officer being escorted away in handcuffs. Some filmed, some whispered. Most just stood there, speechless. The story spread fast. How could a police officer, someone vetted, trained, and legally employed, be arrested by ICE? Was it a mistake? Or was there something darker behind it all? In the days that followed, the department released a short statement, calling it a routine federal inquiry. But people close to Miguel knew that wasn't true. He wasn't undocumented. He wasn't hiding. His work authorization was fully approved. The truth was far more unsettling. A week before his arrest, Miguel had filed an internal complaint against a fellow officer, one accused of targeting Hispanic drivers in traffic stops. He believed in accountability. He believed that the badge should stand for justice, not discrimination. But apparently, not everyone agreed. A leak inside the department revealed something chilling. ICE had received a tip about Miguel's immigration status, a false one. And that tip, investigators later learned, came from inside the police department. Someone wanted him gone. As Miguel sat in a federal holding center, his colleagues stayed silent. No calls. No visits. The same men who'd called him brother now treated him like a stranger. It was as if he'd been erased. For 3 long weeks, Miguel fought to prove what he'd known all along, that he was legally authorized to live and work in the United States. When his documents were finally reviewed, ICE confirmed what his friends had been saying from the beginning. He wasn't supposed to be there. He'd been detained for no reason at all. By the time he walked free, the damage was done. He'd lost his position, his paycheck, and his faith in the system he once trusted. When reporters asked him how he felt, he didn't speak with anger, just quiet disappointment. He said, "I wore the badge with pride. I thought it meant belonging until they decided I didn't." His story is more than just a scandal. It's a mirror, reflecting a deeper truth about how politics, prejudice, and silence can infect even those sworn to uphold the law. Because if justice can turn on one of its own, what chance does the average citizen really have? Hanover Park officials have since promised an investigation, but no one's been held accountable. No apology has been made. The same department that once called Miguel a hero now avoids his name altogether. And maybe that's why this story matters, because it reminds us that wearing a badge doesn't always protect you from injustice. Sometimes, it just puts a bigger target on your back. Because the truth is, when politics decide who's worthy of protection, the system stops serving justice and starts serving itself. And that's why we tell stories like this one. Because sometimes justice isn't found in the courtroom. It's uncovered in the thin blue truth.